What is your strategy and what does this offer to investors? And I'd like to ask that question to Joanne.
So GCP Asset Backed Income Fund, or GABI as we call it, is a closed-ended investment fund which invests in asset-backed loans in sectors that we believe are structurally important to society. So that really encompasses a really broad range of sectors, which we broadly split into property, asset finance, social infrastructure, and energy and infrastructure, but can range from boilers in people's houses to CNG stations, student accommodation, and care homes. And what we offer to investors is a really diversified portfolio. So we have 54 different loans, and across the 6 years that we've been running the fund, that's been in 23 different sectors with risk-adjusted return. So we've been able to grow that dividend over the years, and the current dividend target that we're meeting this year is at 6.3p.
Thanks so much, Joanne. Matthew, what's your strategy and what does it offer to investors?
So Honeycomb aims to generate a high level of cash income for investors with a strong focus on capital preservation, as well as asset level diversification. What we're doing is providing finance to the non-bank lending sector, and that's a sector that's grown rapidly following the financial crisis, as the high street banks have retrenched from a lot of the traditional lending activities, which is now being occupied and filled by those non-banks who are better able to service the needs of SMEs and consumers. We also think that non-bank sector has an important role to play in creating a positive impact and potential for long-term and sustainable change in the UK. Our lending to these non-banks is all secured on their loan portfolios, typically on a senior basis from $0, meaning Honey produces a stable return even in volatile environments. The trust pays a consistent dividend of 20p per quarter, 80p per year, and it's done that since 2016. And that equates to about an 8.2% dividend yield with no missed payments. Overall, we think Honey offers investors access to an asset class which offers diversification to their portfolio, as well as an attractive risk-reward profile and strong income potential.
And finally, Thomas, what is your strategy and what does it offer to investors?
Well, in very simple terms, our infrastructure PLC invests in secured debt investments across two main sectors, and that is social and environmental infrastructure. So we're providing investors with exposure to critical infrastructure assets that are not correlated to the broader economic cycle. As part of our lending thesis, sustainability really sits at the core of our investment processes. And therefore, we always look to invest in areas where our investment and lending practices will have a meaningful and positive social and environmental outcome that are directly linked to sustainable development goals. So the lending that we do is very much, backed by real estate and or physical assets. In fact, the portfolio, roughly 85%, is fully secured, predominantly on a senior secured basis. And we look to achieve this in the future against these type of assets. Now, the portfolio at present is £131 million of invested capital spread across 34 loans in 13 sectors. So very well diversified and seasoned portfolio. And I would say the investment management team have done an outstanding job in increasing the exposure to these core sectors, i.e. social and environmental infrastructure, over the last few months. And I'm pleased to report that the portfolio is roughly now invested at 50% within those core sectors. I would also mention that ARM Funds, to the best of my knowledge, again, is the only listed fund out there that's been accredited by the British Business Bank in regards to deploying a coronavirus business interruption loan scheme. And myself and the rest of the investment team, I would say, have done a great job in deploying £32 million of the CBILS facility. And that's roughly 25% of the portfolio. And that's very much key because to our investors, up to 80% of these £32 million of invested capital are backed by contractual government guarantee. And lastly, I would say we aim to provide our investors with a stable and consistent dividend stream of 6.5p per annum paid on a quarterly basis, which I'm pleased to report that we've either always achieved and or exceeded since inception.
Thanks, Thomas. Those consistent dividends are clearly very attractive to investors.